Ben Hansen is host of Discovery Plus's UFO Witness. He joins me now. Ben, I found it to be personally one of the most fascinating parts of the hearings today when they talked about the commercial air pilots and how often they see things in the sky. They see these UAPs, but they're afraid to report it because they could actually get in trouble. Like their coworkers and bosses think that they're crazy and there's not really a legit reporting system right now for them.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. And, Ryan Graves, I think, really spoke to this today at the hearings. And about August of last year, I started reporting on pilot reports because we were having dozens of people reporting mainly towards the north, crossing the Pacific and the Atlantic and seeing lights. And although we were able to explain some of that as a new Starlink kind of orbit, a lot of these, what I call outlier cases, started coming forward, where exactly like Graves had indicated, these are doing 90-degree turns, they're stopping, they're hovering and taking off into the atmosphere. And at least a couple of these pilots who came to me were brought into their company, their airline company, chief pilot's office, and were threatened basically with their jobs and told not to talk about this. That surprised me because I didn't think that that stigma was so heavy, especially in the commercial industry.
So is there a way that they can report this information even anonymously where they won't jeopardize their jobs?
It's getting there. I think we're still very far away from it because I'm actually speaking on that tomorrow or Friday at Oshkosh about the deficiencies that the FAA has in reporting and the lack of follow-up. It's one thing to report to the government. It's another thing to be that person who comes forward with your company and now you're getting social media attention on it. And one of them put it nicely and said, I could video a satellite and put that on social media and my company would say nothing. But if I do the same and take a UFO video and tell people this is what I saw, then I'm in trouble. So we are looking for avenues to do that. Right now, it's probably going to be a civilian private sector solution to this because it feels safer for them to do that until the government has a better avenue.
Yeah, it's a shame that there's such a stigma, Ben, out there. And also within the government. They talked about that in the hearings today within pilots that, work for the Air Force, other military branches, career military employees. They don't make a lot of money as it is. They don't want to risk losing their job.
Absolutely. And, we kept coming back to that. And I really liked Representative Luna's opening statement where she, said that this has been going on for decades. And the government has not only, I think more than circumstantial evidence that there's been not only censorship, but telling people to be quiet, threats. But what do they do when the sightings increase and we get these credible accounts like the Tic Tac and all these things coming forward? There is no response. That is the most frustrating thing, is that they're quiet and they just have done nothing, she said, to calm the concerns. So if you're not going to do anything to tell the people and you're just quiet and say, well, it's not a need for you to know, that is not an answer. And it's not anything that is, I think, in the long run going to help this conversation.
Yeah, and I know you're actually working on an app right now to help sort of resolve some of these issues. You're going to be at that conference with all of those pilots for the next couple of days. Hopefully we can check back in with you, Ben, find out if you learn anything interesting. I mean, talking to all those pilots, I can only imagine, especially if they're afraid to talk about it to their companies. You never know what you might find out just sort of talking to them on the side. So, Ben, thank you so much for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian.